fact, we have managed to access the affidavit copy that's been filed by the TVK. The affidavit mentions allegation against the state government and the police. The police and government officials acted in a partisan manner. That is what it says, granting narrow, unfit venues for the TVK rallies while giving favorable treatment to DMK events. Repeated disconnection of electricity during the rallies, including in Karur, allegedly a deliberate sabotage. Gundas and anti-social elements infiltrated the rally, threw stones and slippers at Vijay and also the public. Ambulances without patients were driven into the crowd, worsening the panic. The police even lathi charged innocent people, causing further chaos. All of these allegations are being mentioned by the affidavit that has been in fact submitted by the TVK. Vijay's party is mentioning that everything, all of it is the fault of the DMK and also the police that did not act in their favor. Purnima, how does one see this affidavit and this major accusation the TVK is leveling against DMK?
Well, the blame game has begun. Yesterday, the government sources, in fact, pointed fingers at TVK, sent a list of things that TVK didn't do, which is why the tragedy took place. The police on the record, when we asked the police if TVK violated rules, they said yes, TVK did flout rules, but they did not want to add further. And today, TVK has moved the court. We've accessed the petition copy filed by Adav Arjun. He is the General Secretary Election Campaign Management for the TVK. He was also present in Karur when this tragedy took place. In that petition, he's pointed fingers, or TVK has pointed fingers at the state government and the local administration, saying that it was the mistake of the police and the state government, and also they allege that there were miscreants who tried to disrupt the rally and create panic of sorts. That's something that is highlighted in the petition. We'll have to wait and see how the state government now responds to it, because the petition that they filed, that's scheduled for today. But remember, the court is on a holiday because of Dussehra, so we'll have to wait and see if the case comes up for hearing at 2:15 today or whether it will be heard later this week. We'll have to wait and see if that case is taken up today. But TVK now points fingers at the state government. So the blame game between the DMK government and the TVK is only escalating 48 hours after the tragedy took place.
Absolutely. And we are talking about the affidavit copy, Purnima, that we managed to access. And there are some key details that one must highlight, because even as we talk about how there is a blame game that continues to happen and toggle between the TVK and the DMK at the onset, and I was there, I was reporting live, I was in fact presenting that news when this unfortunate incident really broke. We had members of the DMK, we had Mr. Saravanan, who would come on record and who said it's Vijay's fault. He had made an announcement that he's going to be approaching the venue at 8:30 when he'd not even left Chennai, and people started assembling right then when he arrived at the venue much later, and that is what resulted in the chaos. Vijay, on the other hand, is talking about how a cramped venue was given to him. But I really want to understand that even in that cramped venue, how did the TVK and the functionaries managed to get over 1 lakh chairs assembled?
Well, that's a question that only TVK can answer, because at the moment what we are given to understand is that TVK is only looking at a legal recourse. They only hope to get justice, or TVK leaders say that they are going to move the court and they are going to wait for the truth to come out, because you're not happy with the one-woman commission spearheading this investigation. They want a CBI probe, so they want the truth to come out. They are also in the petition asking for CCTV footages in and around the stampede situation to be saved, because they feel that the CCTV videos will be crucial as far as investigation is concerned. Only that could help bring the truth. So they want the CCTV footages to be safeguarded till then, till the investigation is over. So these are some of the things that they have mentioned in the petition. However, here when we spoke to people and eyewitnesses, they say that there are two questions that they have. One is why were police not prepared to handle a crowd? Because every time Vijay attends a rally, there's always overcrowding, and that's a perennial problem that we've seen in the previous yatras as well. So why were police not prepared for that, and why was this venue given? Because it's a narrow lane, and when the bus and other the convoy comes, it will obviously create a stampede-like situation, is something that people say. And on the other hand, they also say that Vijay's mistake was that he and his team had announced that, for example, in Karur, they expected Vijay to be there at 1. So people started queuing up as early as 9 a.m., 11 a.m. So they were waiting patiently till about 6:37 till the time Vijay arrived. So that's one thing that they have.
I really want
to
ask you, because you have managed to speak to the people who were present at the rally, many people who've lost their loved ones. Here, Vijay and his party, they're making a serious allegation. They are also claiming that there were some Gunda elements in the crowd. They were pelting stones at not just Vijay, but also the people. There were ambulances that ran into the crowd. All of these need to be verified. But before we do that, let's put out this affidavit that we've managed to access. And this is what it also says. There's a particular mention of the post-mortem that was done. And I have this for our viewers here on the wall. The post-mortem was done in the midnight for all the dead, and they were ready for burial, and everything was arranged before the Honorable Chief Minister came into the hospital. What is the allegation that Vijay is trying to make here? This is what it says. I am hard put to appreciate as to how all the doctors were made available in the hospital. The conduct of the post-mortem, contrary to the rules, that is after the sunset and before the sunrise, embalming the body and then keeping it ready for Mr. Stalin, the Chief Minister, to place the wreath by 1:30. Between 1:30 to 2 a.m., I suspect this stampede was done by persons interested in suppressing the truth, and they have stooped down to act. All the CCTV in the area should be seized and secured safely. It is also, in fact, submitted that TVK is only an upcoming political party whose growth and rise is being unnecessarily curtailed by acting DMK government, whose leaders and family constantly engage in corruption. So this is an open accusation that TVK and Vijay is leveling against the DMK. Also, in fact, saying that everything was done in a hurried manner for that show that DMK wanted, and they wanted the bodies to be assembled so that that wreath laying can be done in the dead of the night to make it appear that MK Stalin was available at the time of the tragedy. So another remark that's been made by the TVK. We will continue to dissect this particular affidavit, but right now we're going into a very short break.